I'm ready and everything.
Because my daughter asked me, Sneaker Ball's coming August 2025. Make sure you check me out.
And make sure your shoes are clean.
People
Yeah,
Entertainment.
because
Pretty
you don't
Girls
like no
Rock,
dusty
you
ass
heard?
sneakers.
Okay, guys. We are back with
miss this so
Mr.
much.
Bergs Shamba, aka my dad. So we're just gonna go off on what we went off with the last episode. We want to split it up in two, so we have more content to give you guys. I don't know what they're giggling about, but I'm sure it's gonna be on their mic because their mic is still very much on. Okay. Their mic is still very much on.
I don't want nobody to see my face. I'm just saying that it smells really good, and I wish I could smoke it.
So this is what happened. This is the raw and
No,
uncut.
seriously.
This is the real
I really
raw,
wish I
raw.
could smoke. I can't, man. I fucking be tripping.
This is China for real, okay?
This is
She's around her second dad, so she has to be live.
okay.
All you guys like commentate on China and be like, she's this. And
But
she's
Martha,
that.
you guys comment.
She's
You guys
so
call me Martha
timid.
Stewart. I'm not fucking Martha.
You
Okay, no. You didn't come up with that. I didn't come up with that. I didn't come up with that name.
Why would you say Martha Stewart?
Who
The
came up
black
with
Martha
Martha?
Stewart.
No, who came
She
up with that?
started did I call you Martha
Who
first?
called you Martha
I think
first?
you did.
Oh, I did.
No,
You
so
guys
then
are
she
fucked
called
up.
her Black Martha Stewart Martha, right? And then when we were all at Chillingham House drinking wine, we were like, Martha, Martha.
We were
Because she's
drunk
like
that
the,
night.
you know, the sober one, the nice one, okay? And then called her Martha, and she was like,
Fucking
oh,
bastard.
no, I don't want people
He's
calling
not.
me.
Then he's not getting my fucking.
Oh, you want me to bleep it out?
Yeah,
I got you.
It's fine.
What we're not gonna bleep out is that. I just want to say I'm proud of all three of you guys.
Oh, wow.
Thank
You guys
you.
are doing
Thank
big
you.
things like strong black Nubian queens doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all better like, subscribe,
Comment,
comment,
share,
share.
tell a friend to tell a blood clot
Tell a
friend.
friend to tell a blood clot friend to
Period.
tell a blood clot friend.
So we can all be friends.
Yeah, period.
Okay.
Shit,
Okay.
shout out my godfather Cash Up for making me go my blood clot self.
Yeah.
So
I
what
miss
would you
He misses
what
you.
would you tell your 21-year-old self? Okay, you know, actually, since I'm 26, I won't even say 21-year-old. What would you tell your 26-year-old self? Well, you were married at 26, so.
Invest in property.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Real.
That's number one because we weren't taught that
Yeah.
as youngins. That's
Not in
that's, I
Burgundy,
think,
yeah. They didn't teach that.
You know, because there's so much property in Burgundy that was available that our parents were
Thank you.
eligible to get because they weren't taught to go look for property. But yeah, invest in property.
Hi.
China's cars are upside down. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shamba. Thank you.
No, but yeah, invest in property and take time to make decisions. Don't think and don't think on emotion.
What is
That's
your what
real.
did you always used to say? Poor preparation.
5 P's.
Yeah.
5 P's.
Okay, let's hear it.
Proper
Preparation.
preparation prevents poor performance.
Proper preparation prevents
poor
poor.
performance.
Girl, you've been hearing that all your life. How you messed that up?
Yeah.
Because you only actually said it a couple of times.
It's okay.
to be honest.
Her credit score is good.
It's so crazy that yours starts with like 5 P's. Like yours is the 5 P's, and for me, my mom was 1 P. Pay attention.
That's good.
Yo, I would hate
Yo, the
anywhere
fire, I can't lie. The fire was, friend stands for
fry you.
fry you in the head.
I was like,
That's
I was
crazy.
like, there's an arm missing.
Mine
No.
is just pay your bills. Pay
Yo.
your bills.
Where's the eye? Where's the everything?
Yeah, where's the rest of the
No.
letters?
No.
When
Like,
she first said that
But
to
when
me,
you
my-
think about it, right? You have to really think
It's-
about it and make
yeah.
that shit sink
Yeah.
in, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Because a lot of friends turn enemies so
Real
damn
quick.
fast, man. Like
even with
they only supposed to
her-
have a handful of friends.
I'm
Oh.
learning that now. For me, it was like when I was in high school, I was friends with all of the people. I was friends with the black kids, the drama kids, the you know, the
Yeah, you're like me.
every friend group I was in, you know? So
Were you friends or did you have acquaintances?
Okay.
I would say
I think
both.
we're the same.
No.
No, I think we're the same.
Because I want this is how
I
I
wouldn't say
distinguish.
we're the
This is
same.
how I
Okay.
distinguish. Ask your friend your mother's name. and ask your friends if they've
we're
been
the
to your
same.
house.
We didn't do that.
That
Well,
those
you're
are your
different
friends.
than
Yeah,
me.
and
Those
I've
are
been
your
to their
friends.
house.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
acquaintances
I've
are the
never
ones
had
you can't
people
tell
at my
me.
house. I've
Oh,
only
The
no,
had
we
acquaintances,
didn't-
the
yeah,
acquaintances
we're
are
the
the ones who
same. We
can't tell
didn't-
you your parents' name.
Yeah. No,
No,
they.
You know what I mean?
But
Like,
that's
you
what I'm
can't tell
saying.
your
Like,
brother's name or.
I was friends with.
You
In
can't
those
say
days,
that.
I got
Hold on.
Shout out Malachi.
No,
God
you
bless
can't
him.
say that because you know what's so crazy?
Ooh,
I just
did
had
you have
someone-
sleepover besides
No,
me and
I
Token?
just had someone message me saying, "Oh, does your dad work in this whatever building?" I said, "How do you know that?" She's like, "Cause I work in the parking," and she knew your whole name. She's like, "Oh yeah, your name, your
Who
dad."
was that?
That's
But
crazy.
it's someone that I know. It's someone I used to
Yeah.
play with. Is it some? I'm
Is it a
acquainted.
friend? Or
I
it's an
wouldn't say no
acquaintance?
because like I went to college with her, but it's not someone like I could text. I don't have her number. You know
So
what I
it's your
mean?
acquaintance.
Yeah,
But I
it's
know
your
her,
friend.
right?
Yeah.
But you know how many people? Someone went up to my mom and said, "Oh, you're Jay Shell's mom,"
Mhm.
and that's not my friend. But they know, so I can't even say it's not. You can't say, "Oh, do they know your mom's name?" Because it's like a lot of people know my parents because I post my parents.
Absolutely.
A lot of people know who you guys are from other people, and I don't even know that they know you, but they be walking up.
but
You're
there's
Jay
a-
Shell's dad.
Oh, I hate that.
And I'm
I
just
hate
like,
that.
There's a difference. They know
Of you. My mom used to tell me that.
What?
It's up.
The
It's
nine
up,
knows.
yeah.
They know
But it's
of
like-
you. They
No,
don't know
yeah,
you.
yeah, it's
I
crazy.
think for us too, it's like we're hood celebrities.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's
No.
what?
Dude.
You were what? We're what?
We're hood
Birds,
celebrities.
yo,
Yeah,
birds,
yeah,
birds,
yeah.
birds
We
are
really
just.
are,
in the back.
though. Yeah.
I keep on
It's
saying
very
this.
rare, it's
Wherever
very
we
rare.
go, we stand out and they know you're from Berg.
Because it's crazy because when I went to your umpa's, like,
You know?
we're at the bar area, and this girl came up to me and she's like, "Oh, I'm like, are you like family or friends?" I'm like, "No, I'm just like, I'm Shileen's friend." And then Amanda, who was at the bar, and I was like, "What are you downplaying yourself for? You know you're Kenny's daughter." And I was like, "No, Amanda." She's like, "No, like, why don't you just say that?" I was like, "No, I'm just gonna say like I'm a family friend." She's like, "No, say you're like you're
Kennedy's
Kenny."
daughter.
He's like, "You're Kenny's daughter. Like, don't
Don't
girl,
down-
don't play
down-
that."
downplay
But she's
yourself.
like, "Don't play that because like
You're-
everyone knows, like
you.
you're
Yeah.
it's family."
Listen, I don't know
You know what I
how
mean?
many.
But I played it dumb because I'm just not gonna do all that. Because the girl she looked confused. She's off in the hood. I'm not gonna explain myself. You know?
I don't know how many
But-
people know Pebbles as Pebbles
It's so annoying.
because back in the day when we were going by Ump's house and everybody Fort
Pebbles.
B this one that everybody is Pebbles because I had her with me
All the time.
But you guys are literally. Twins.
I was literally
But the
looking at
female,
pictures
male
of us
version.
this morning of you were like probably like 3, 4. We're at the beach. Umpa's laid out on a blanket. Malachi's there laid up at the bottle next to him. You're there leaning in Malachi's face like you know?
That's crazy.
like, literally like you're
Yeah.
just there laying on the ground with Umpa and Malachi.
But you know how
Yes.
many times I get stopped at my
Ooh,
own
look at my
job?
name.
I got stopped saying, "Oh, you're Shamba's daughter." I said, "And who are you?
But
And
again,
who are you?"
social media,
Mm-hmm.
proud father, showcasing your
Mhm.
kids, whatever.
Yeah.
But it comes back to us. That's the difference in us being a community
Yeah.
and a hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What you said too, it's like how you knew everybody between the buildings and stuff. I think for me, even when like not when as I got older, teenager, but more so like younger childhood age, like I was allowed to ride my bike around Bergs and be like, yo, before the
Yeah.
street light comes on, you come in the
Yeah,
house.
yo.
I was able to
Yeah.
be outside
Yeah.
all day to be like, I need to use the bathroom. I could run into
Anybody's
anybody's
house,
house.
yeah.
Anybody's
house.
house.
What? The amount of times I ran
Yeah,
into
fam.
Primrose's house, I need to use the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Yeah.
I
I
need to
was
use the
about to say,
lighter. I need to use the
Whether you're
bathroom.
on the Nil or whether you're on the scene.
Or
whether
and
you're
then
on
you
the
go
Nil.
to Esme's house.
Yeah, I
okay,
use the
come
bathroom.
inside
Auntie
your
Anne,
house,
when she used to work there, when
Yeah,
she used
she
to live
knows.
there,
Yeah,
I
she
need-
knows.
well, I always had my grandfather's house.
It's
but
so
it's
different,
just like,
yeah.
if I couldn't go there, I was finding someone.
A community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, that's why we live in the hood now.
Yeah.
Well, we're not
Yeah,
all there.
yeah.
And this is when the old saying, you could take the person out the hood, but you can't
Yeah,
take
the
the
hood
hood
out
out
of
the
Yeah,
them.
person.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go back if we don't live there every day.
Yeah,
we go
it's
back.
never gonna change for me.
Yeah.
It's
We
never.
go back and
We go back. You have a bench. No, it's not. We go back. Someone
Yeah,
told me
no,
someone
but,
had their
but
back
it's
and they were
on.
like, you don't know
No,
whose
but
bench
it's
this is?
honorary
Your
though.
dad has his own bench. This
They
is
all
Shamba's
should
bench.
have a
I
bench.
didn't even know he had a bench.
Anyone who made an impact on the
I
neighborhood,
didn't
I,
even know
feel like
the
should
man
have
had a bench. I
You
was
know
just
what?
walking
Anyone.
down the street
But
and they were talking about
the
he has his
first
own bench.
person to have a
No,
stoop,
I
first person on the stoop was rest in peace, was Andrew B.
Mm.
Andrew B has
Yeah.
the stoop right there on Cannon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right there by the house or whatever you want to call it, used to be a
Yeah.
school, whatever. That's Andrew B. Stoop. Like, rest in peace, Andrew B. He's a pillar of the hood. Like, these are guys who made Burgundy, or what you look at Burgundy, you're gonna see these guys.
Absolutely.
Like, it's just
Absolutely.
like it's an honor to, when you say shit like that. It just shows that I love my hood.
Absolutely. That's why when you think about my
loves
hood,
me.
when you think about the hood, that's what I see. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's-
there's
yeah,
even times
exactly.
where I'm going on field trips for Tyndale and we're walking by my house on the way back from wherever we went. And it's like, oh, I live right there, you know?
Right, right.
I'm running inside like, Nanny, we're here. And she's giving us all the freezies for
Right?
everybody. Like, you know what I'm
Like,
saying? Everybody in line right
those
now
were the
gets a
times.
freezie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those were the times.
these are the difference
Yeah, it's
in
the memories.
the women of
Yeah.
the hood.
Yeah.
See it, like my mother, if I brought my homeboy Blade or Larry over to the hood and she already made supper and it's 3 plates
Yeah,
made,
eating.
Nanny.
what you take a
Everyone-
third off of each
Everybody's
plate and everybody's
Yeah.
eating?
Yeah.
Like, it's just that's the difference in the community
Yeah.
and people who live in that same area. They
Yeah.
don't know, like,
Yeah.
Cotonou was like that, but Cotonou had a lot
They're
of
different from. They're not the
but
same.
but don't get it twisted.
No.
Half of Burgundy lived in Cotonou.
Mm-hmm.
That's so
Started
true.
out
A lot of people,
Don't
like,
get it
and Andy
twisted.
G, like,
My
I feel like
mother
a
is
lot
an
of people
uptown woman.
started.
Yeah.
Like all of these, like
Certain people, yeah.
A lot of
Before
people
they-
started in Cotonou
a
and
lot of the
Andy G and
migrants,
stuff.
a lot of the immigrants who came from the Caribbeans
Mhm.
went to Cotonou.
Yeah.
Oh, don't
Then
let
they
grandma
pushed them
tell
to
it.
Burgundy and made that
Yeah,
Or
of
Andy
community.
G.
course, of course.
But
My
it wasn't
grandmother
a hood
will
up
let
there.
You know, when the police start harassing us and all
From
type of stuff,
Burgundy.
when we're in Lindbergh, she lets you know I am 5th generation Canadian Burgundy.
That's
Okay,
right.
like
Yeah,
right. That's right.
when they be like, you need to go back where you came from.
That
She'd
is
be
the
like,
worst.
bitch, you need
Where
to
the
go
fuck
back
you
where
go?
you came from.
But
Like,
where did
But to
you
me,
come from?
like,
Yeah.
We can tell you where we came from.
and she'll
like-
let you know, like
Yeah.
her great grandmother came from the Underground
That used
Railroad.
to,
Yeah.
it
You know
used
what
to
I'm saying?
piss
My
me
grandfather
off.
too, yeah.
That used to piss me off so much.
When they would say
Somebody
that?
says, "Where you from?" I'm Canadian.
I hate
No,
it.
no, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
but where
Where
you
are you
from?
from?
Yes, but
Like,
they still doing
and
that.
and
They're
I still have to
doing
do
that.
it because my grandfather's Asian.
Absolutely.
So I'll be like, "Yo, I am 5th generation Canadian, 6th generation Canadian, but my mom's Asian."
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay,
who
guys.
we are, yeah.
You don't want to believe that I'm 5th, 6th generation Canadian, but you.
Yeah, they
But
Oh,
you
you're
know-
Asian, okay?
Yeah.
Now it makes
But you know
sense.
what's so crazy? So I was at work, and on Monday we had the Taste of the Caribbean. We had Taste of Barbados, right? And everyone sees the trident tattoo on my arm, and they're like, "Oh, you're a Bayesian." I said, "No, but my parents." They're like, "Oh, you should know about this. You should know about that." And I said, "No, but my parents are Canadian. Like, my parents aren't island parents. My grandparents aren't island
Yeah,
parents.
that's the difference.
I
between
didn't
us
grow
and
up.
Sweet
I
62
didn't-
people. They don't
Okay.
get that. People don't get that. But
So
I didn't grow up like that.
I know,
I
but
grew up
we're not the
Canadian.
same
We
people.
do have the
As
Caribbean
you said that.
dishes.
So I had to get educated on me saying that I'm Scotian.
Oh no,
Same,
oh
same.
god,
I
that's
had to
not
get
good.
educated
That's
because I'm
I'm
not born
Canadian.
in Scotia.
Exactly.
But my father is a born Scotian. So I'm supposed to say I'm Scotian heritage or I got
I
Scotian
don't know,
blood
I feel
in me.
weird about
I
that.
can agree about it. I can agree like in all of this, right?
But-
So I say,
I feel-
this is how I catch him, China. Hold on. This is how I catch
it
him.
bothers me so
Yeah,
bad.
I know it bothers me.
This
It bothers
is
me.
how
Okay,
I catch him.
okay.
So you guys Scotian who moved to Burgundy.
Mhm.
Are you guys from Burgundy? Scotia?
You're from Burgundy. You're Scotian, but you're from Burgundy. You're
I'm
from
Scotian
Scotia.
is
You're
Canada.
from
It's not
you're
its own-
Canadian.
It's not
Oh,
a
but
nationality.
you're repping- but you're
No,
repping
no,
Burgundy
true,
now,
but you're repping
But
Burgundy.
you're repping Burgundy,
You're
so
from
I
London.
can't. So I can't rep
You're
Scotia,
Canadian.
but you can.
But I don't
Burgundy.
rep Bergs as a nationality. I rep Bergs
No.
as where I'm, as the hood I grew up in.
Listen,
Right.
that's a
People-
problem
people-
with
exactly.
Nova Scotians.
Scotians think
My
it's a whole
grandfather, my
country.
dad's
Hold
dad.
on. Wait, hold on. Let me correct you.
Let's-
We do not say Nova Scotians.
We say
We say
Scotians.
Scotians.
Okay, well let's exclude. Let's exclude them.
We're gonna bleep that.
I'm gonna talk about my dad specifically. They talk.
She does. She
I'm
sure
gonna-
does.
I'm pulling up people. We can pause them. We can do that.
We're not pausing.
My dad's family. They're my grandfather, my dad's dad. They're from Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
I still haven't
So
found
where
any.
you're Scotian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
Scotian.
J-Shell, come on,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, of course you
Come
know
on,
that,
bro.
right?
Jackson, come on, bro.
I actually didn't.
We're
You didn't
from-
know that? To be completely
from
honest,
Nova
no,
Scotia,
I never knew that.
But
My grandma
I've done
told me.
my whole family thing on Ancestry. My dad, I swapped my dad's mouth. I sent it to
You said
Ireland. I said, and my
shit.
dad, it came out that like,
Not the feds.
of course, like the slaves and everything
Yeah,
was
but-
from Nigeria,
Nigerian,
whatever.
and- yeah,
But
okay.
my dad wants to know where his dad's
family
family's
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
my grandmother's my dad's mother's they're from Jamaica. They came here from Jamaica. My grandfather, they can't find anywhere he's from. You can't but obviously it's Jamaica.
Yeah.
So we've done all that. We've done all the swabbing and everything. Obviously we're from Nova Scotia, but we can't find anything from that. It's a dead end. I don't know where my grandfather's from. All we know it's Jackson. Jackson is a popular American.
Yeah, but it's a popular name. I am Canadian.
Jackson is American.
Canadian. That's an American thing, though,
it's American.
Yeah,
we know
because
when my dad did,
you know what it is, right?
Yeah, when my dad did swab,
they did the
it's from
underground.
Alabama, Mississippi.
It's like Smith.
That's right.
It's like Smith, right?
Smith, Jackson, all of these
All
names
of
are all
those,
slave
yeah.
owners. Now.
I know I'm American. I don't know what
But you
percent.
have to
All of us
understand
are.
that.
If you want to look at it
Yeah,
like
of
that.
course. If you want to look at it,
But you have to think, even all the Scotians, you guys all
of course,
came from
because you
somewhere,
guys
right?
travel from the
Underground
Underground
Railroad.
Railroad. People don't
So,
think that.
Why do you
we're
think
not-
there's such a Jamaican? There's so much Jamaican heritage in Scotia, so
Absolutely.
much Caribbean
Because
Yeah.
you
heritage
guys
in
were
Scotia because
enslaved.
that's where
Yeah.
they're
And you guys
underground.
came
Railroad.
And I'm not faulting
Canadian.
that at all because
Nova
when I look at my
Scotia
dad's
is
other side, my
Canada.
grandfather, he came here from Jamaica in 1917. He brought my grandma and my
Canadian.
I think my grandmother and my great grandmother over, whatever.
I'm gonna get it.
I did it. My dad, he loved it.
I'm
He's-
supposed to order it. I'm supposed
Don't
to do it.
ask
Order
him
what?
because he will pull up the
Ancestry.com.
information. Don't
Wow.
ask him.
Don't do that.
Don't ask my
No,
dad.
number one, they had a whole lot of fake
Lawsuits,
tests or
yeah.
lawsuits because the tests were accurate.
What about 23andMe?
And none of those things.
Listen.
because
I do
Listen.
ancestry. I paid
Listen.
$57. He got all of his.
All
things.
four of us here are Canadian.
We're probably all related.
We're all
At this
but
point-
even when you go to related, I think just what he's saying is enough to just be like, we're all Canadian.
That's
Because
it.
regardless
I know.
of where
Yeah, I know.
where your
And
background
first of all, we're all
came from,
African.
that's
Yeah, of
it.
course, we're all
Yeah.
African. of
Oh,
course.
here we go.
We don't even mean to go there, but it's just by
Can't wait
saying
to see the
like
meme that you're gonna
Right.
Here we go.
it's just by saying like, you know, we are like fifth, sixth, seventh.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
But that's the thing, I'm so far in it.
I don't like
Because
I don't
we
like
can
ignorance. I don't like
but we
that.
can identify where we're from.
Of course.
Ask them where they're from.
Exactly.
No,
They
ask
don't know.
Americans where they're from.
Anybody.
But
Ask the
most-
average
but mostly
person.
American.
My phone is recording.
Yes, go ahead. You need some more.
I think
No.
so.
I just want to show my results.
No,
Okay?
I just like that you're so engaged in the
Because my dad,
conversation.
you don't understand my dad. He's so involved.
That's it. But you see, Kennedy,
Kenny is another
proud.
person.
he's a proud
You have to be around
black
him to
man.
understand.
Yeah.
He is so involved.
But
Keisha,
right,
I don't know how
and
you
again,
don't know.
but
You
but,
see him all the time.
That's my dog, bro. When I drove him home,
But
he was like,
again-
I'm so happy. You're so
He's
concerned.
the
Listen
bomb.
to
I'm
me.
so grateful.
You guys don't
He's
understand.
so
You see,
cool.
come
He's
back-
so
come
cool.
back to these generations and generations. Do you know what it is for me and Kennedy to be friends and to watch our daughters?
I don't
be
know, even
best
know
friends?
because you guys are. I
like-
feel like you guys are such an age difference that like.
Okay, but you see the.
But
okay,
we don't.
again,
I think it's
in
because we
Burgundy
don't
is
see
different.
it. We don't
Yeah,
see
And
it.
Burgundy
But
is
I
different.
know my dad always said like, "Mom needs to wake me up every morning."
again,
She's a scream
You
and
know,
yell.
yo,
Like,
his door,
He said that
This door is here
mom
like
used to
this,
scream every
and
day.
mom's door is here like this.
He said
So,
she screams
it-
every day.
That's why you see the age
But for
difference.
us, it's like
It's so different, but it's such the same. It's such the same, right? That okay. When you're younger, it will look like okay, he's 20, he's 13.
yeah, because you
It's a
guys
big
are like
dick.
what? If
How old is your
you guys
dad?
are, my dad's 61.
61. So he's 10 years. 10 years. We have a 10-year
That's
difference.
crazy.
So
That's
when you
crazy.
look, no, but when you look at that 20,
Yeah, I know.
and
But
10.
why is he laughing? Why are you guys judging?
no,
But
don't
yeah.
judge it.
There's
It's
no
because
judgment zone.
I see the last 3 episodes, and this is my daughter. Come on, my daughter. And she's so
I love you.
engaged.
I
I
mean,
love you
yeah,
too.
That's why we're laughing because it's
Right?
so
And we got, I got Ochana. I got Ochana. I love it. I love it. But you see your dad and that generation. In Burgundy, it was the generation we looked up to.
Yeah.
But once you get 20, 25, and that 35, 25, it's different than 20 and 10.
Absolutely.
Because now you're an adult. So now you can relate. So when first getting to the barbershop, going to, you're still the older OG relationship, and now you're starting to respect each other as men. You become friends.
Absolutely.
No matter what the age is. So the respect is, I already have respect for him as the older OG who did it for us, who already been there. But now with the work relationship, and now we're becoming friends. Now it's a friendship. Now it's just a mutual respect. Like it just like it's like your whole family, Candy, Ricky. These are all pillars in the hood, in our community. Fuck, you're right.
I just never thought about it that way. Because we all grew up together and we're all like I just consider everybody family. If you're outsider,
I come on you guys' podcast and talking as I don't want to say so much friends, but we're having a dialect that we, no matter how much the respect you have me as uncle, dad, but now we're conversating as friends because you guys are older.
Absolutely.
I watch you guys. I watch all three of you guys. I watch you guys grow. Like, I am so happy, so honored that I can sit here and have a conversation and be open with you guys. That, like I love you differently, but you, Selena, on camera, I have to say I got so much love and respect and honor for you for the way you handle your grandpa, your grandma, your grandparents, my godparents is passing, and the way I seen you mature from
Lena Pooh
to Lena the Queen, the woman. It's an honor that I can call you my niece, my daughter, my family. I just want you to know that I love you to death. Like you three are different. Like we guys can always say like, oh, that's my daughter, but I mean it when I tell you like I will die for you guys. You guys been in my life for your whole existence. Like
my core memories are with you.
I know.
Like we have different relationships. Like your brother's my godson. Like your mother is one of my favorite people in the world. Like it is different. We are family, and people need to stop taking that fucking word family for granted.
Yeah, they do.
And
They
start
really
acknowledging what it really means. You know how much
it's
trials
true.
and
No.
tribulations me and my daughter went through?
Do we know?
Yeah, I know.
Shalina knows.
For me to be here today,
I know.
the relationship that I have with my daughter.
When I say that
now,
she's my family, she's my fucking family. Like when she's pulling up, she's there.
you
That's
guys
my
share
family.
Nieces,
That's my girl. Amia's.
It's so
Jay
crazy
Shell's
because
girl,
someone
that's
said,
my girl.
like, I remember someone once said, like, oh, like, because I went to China's house and we were on FaceTime and they're like, why are you calling like Heather and Kennedy by their name? And I was like, oh, like, they're not like my aunt. They're not like for real, you know what I mean? But
that's what it is.
They're like, oh, so like that's your friend. I said no, like you will
family.
never ever see me address China as a friend. You'll never, unless I'm at the border, because then it's like it's a little different.
But that's family.
You'll never see me address China as a friend. I always address her as my cousin. No matter
even
what.
from the day I met Savannah, I remember where I was when I met Savannah. I know we were passing St.
My question is to you: like, did you guys meet not knowing that?
We didn't know. I remember the day.
Like
we didn't know the day. I know. I can see it crystal clear. Savannah, we were passing St. Anthony's, where you guys called like the school where. Like,
when Savannah one.
Yeah. We were passing St. Anthony's, and Savannah came up to me, and I don't even know what it was, and she was like, "You're my best friend," and I was like,
"Your first time meeting her?"
I swear to God, and I was like, "Okay, whatever." So we walked until on Notre Dame where the pharmacy was, and Jayshell and Jaquan was in the stroller. Jayshell was there. And Savannah's like, yeah, you're my best friend. I was like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. It was whatever. But you're walking there, and she's like, I know you. You're my best friend. We're going to hang out together. I was like, okay, whatever, Savannah. And we were walking there, and she's like, my dad is Shamba. And I was like, I know that name. And my dad's like, Shamba. Jason. Savannah's like, yeah, that's my dad. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then from that day, I knew. But I was like, Savannah, what? Like,
How old were you
first
guys?
day, I was. We were.
Well, it was right when you got out. When we came back,
No,
right
no,
before
your
you got
dad
out.
was still in. Your dad
No,
was
but
still
it was
in.
you got out in February. This was the summer before February because that's what. No,
I
it
feel
The
was.
like
year before.
No, because we came back to Montreal and I did a school. I wasn't back in school yet, so it was the summer before you got out. You got out in February. We
That's
came
the
back.
year before.
Yeah,
The
well,
year
technically,
before.
yeah, a couple
And
months.
And I
But
was
we
like,
came
yeah,
out that
whatever.
summer.
I'm
And we
not
spent
paying
the
them.
summer
He's
at Papa's house.
Our parents, our dads had the same barber shop. I was like, Savannah, what are you talking about? I don't even know who you are. What? And then after that,
Me
my
and
dad's
Silken
like,
never
yeah.
put two and two together. It was just
yeah,
like, okay.
they didn't get it, of course.
I didn't know until
Savannah
later.
and Silken would never get it, of course.
But that happened to me and you because when we started hanging out, I said to my grandparents, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go to my friend's China's house. And they're like, who's China? And I was like, my friend China, you don't know her. She lives here and there. And then he's like, wait a minute, that's Kennedy, not I was like, yeah, that's
Yeah, that's all it
He's like, what do you say? Can't see granddaughter. I know her. And then he's like, I remember my dad said,
started telling
I
me
remember one
stories.
time there was this guy. He's still in jail apparently, and he's like, I
Oh, I
beat up
think
this
he's
guy. Yeah,
Eddie.
he's still up. I mean, he beats him up, and Casey had to try to stop me. I'm like, I don't know,
Oh,
Daddy.
gosh.
I don't know what
What?
you're talking about.
You know,
He's like, I'm telling you,
you
apparently
know
he
what his
lost it.
nickname was?
Back in the day.
who? My dad?
Yeah.
Who? My dad?
Chinchilla.
Yeah, I
don't know. I am telling you, I
I
don't
like
know.
Frank
He's
Lucas
a
wearing the
lefty like
chin.
My
you.
dad?
No, how
My-
could I
no,
know?
my dad
how
is
could
a
I know?
lefty. My dad's a
Like I
lefty.
say, no, I don't know.
My dad's a
Your
lefty.
daddy's a
Yeah,
lefty
dad's
like
lefty.
you. And the stories about him,
crazy.
I'm telling you,
But
Kennedy.
good
because,
man.
because
No,
he's
he is
small,
good
right?
man. He's my dad's
Because
good
he's
man.
small, so
He
you
is
think
a
like you're gonna be able to
good
punk.
man,
Kenny
guys.
is
Man,
a
he
good
will
man.
knock your ass.
No,
out.
he
But
said
don't fuck with
he went
Don't
to
fuck with
parties and it was
He
him
is the
and Dean.
nicest. Yo,
Nice.
No, he's a good man.
Listen,
He's a good man.
But that's
You
what you
want-
gotta
you want-
watch for.
you want to get jokes. You want to chill, have a good time. You chill with Kennedy. He's laid
He's a
back.
good man.
He's
He
cool.
is.
He's
He is.
he's-
But don't
don't
fuck
get
with him,
on
bro.
his backside.
Don't fuck
That's
with
it.
him. Don't fuck with him.
his. Don't fuck with his kids or don't fuck with.
Yeah, don't fuck with
His.
He don't
That's
play
it,
with
that's
that.
it,
And
that's
Kenny
it,
doesn't
that's
play
all.
with that. He'd be
That's
like,
it.
Casey, granddaughter here.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
over.
da, da, da.
No,
Every
he's,
night, every night. Casey, granddaughter's here.
But you see,
Yeah.
most men who are calm and cool and collective, they have that's that side. Like,
Yeah,
like,
that's
like, just
Kennedy.
Don't,
Kennedy is.
don't cross them. They will be your friend. They will, but he's also the guy like
You don't play.
he's that guy who, sure man, fuck you. You're fake.
You don't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah, yeah.
That's it. That's Kennedy.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Don't
it.
play with him, please. Don't
That's
play. Don't play.
But I love the
Please.
dynamic of like what you said, community, right? So it's
Yeah,
just
he
like
really is. He's
we're
community.
making friends and not even knowing because we're such a tight community.
He
But that is
Burgundy.
crazy
He loves
because we
the
all
community.
met
He
in
loves the
Burgundy. Like, I
vibe.
remember meeting Silken in Burgundy, and then it's crazy that not even knowing our families are
You
all
guys knew
connected.
because
I
me,
didn't know.
you knew off of me and Silk. You knew off of me and Savannah. Me and
No, but
Savannah was
I'm
tight.
telling you right now,
She's
I
letting
knew
know her
you.
perception.
I
All
knew
right,
you
all right.
and Savannah became friends. Okay, but I never once tied your friendship or your parents to
Okay.
knowing
All right,
my
all right,
parents.
all right.
Like I knew they
So just
eventually.
imagine,
Facts,
but just
facts.
imagine though, our grandparents, my grandmother
But-
knew
Exactly,
your
but I never like I never
great-grandmother.
thought
But
Your
about it.
mom knew my
Yeah.
mom on a different level.
Yeah,
They
we
knew
know
each
that.
other on
We
a
knew
different
that.
level.
But
They
for
were
me,
tight.
it was just like, oh, this is
I
the girl I
didn't even know.
met.
I didn't even know that my mom had good with
But comes
Michelle
back-
on a different level.
But comes back to the point
They,
where
I
I
guess
say
they were besties.
I blessed out.
They-
I don't use the word love.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
we were
blessed-
besties.
I
on
blessed
that
out
level.
by
I didn't
me-
even know. I
By
didn't even
meeting
know.
my wife from
And
Burgundy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it like that dynamic, like that's why people hate on us and love us at the same time.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Because
that's
Burgundy-
how-
Heavy on the
that's how
hate
big.
on them.
Yeah,
Heavy on the
yeah,
hate
it-
on the
It's okay.
marriage.
Y'all
Hey.
and the
gotta
love.
hate. It's okay.
But
It's okay.
they're jealous of the fact that we were that community.
We were.
Yeah, we were.
We were
Yeah.
tight knit. That
Even though we don't live
We
next to
are,
each other,
we
we
are.
still are.
because when we throw our barbecues, when we throw
We
our
support.
events,
Yeah,
our people still, whether they
They
live in
show up,
Chattagee,
show
West
up.
Island, but they still come back
Yeah,
to
they
the
do.
hood
Yeah.
and still support
Mhm.
our activities that we have. So it just
Make sure
Okay,
you
Yo,
come
make
and
sure you
support
come out
June
games day,
29th.
like-
June
June
29th, our field
29th,
day.
the
And
day
June
after the
28th.
event,
Yeah.
the day after the
The
event,
gala.
come out, come play some
Barbecue,
games, come have
some
some fun.
Yeah.
No, now we're about
Support
to change.
young black women doing positive things.
And support
For
our
our
community, our black community.
And make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast.
So let me ask you
Yes,
another
Dad.
question, staying on Little Burgundy, right? What's a lesser known fact about Little Burgundy that you think everybody should know?
Mm-hmm.
We produce stars.
Period.
No,
Name the
like
stars. Name the stars.
Tommy Kane, Trevor Williams, Wayne Ewart, Peter Walker. All the guys I played won NFL. Trevor played for Team Canada. Shook the shit out of Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan.
Clock it.
Clock it.
You
Clock it.
understand?
Clock it.
Clock.
Peter Walcutt's all Canadian, from basketball to baseball to hockey to. We have so many. Dexter John, Alan Cox, rest in peace.
Ooh, damn.
Michael McLean.
Oh yes.
Rest in peace. My cousin.
Put that picture.
He was
Put that picture.
the best break dancer. I want to say
Mhm.
ever, but in Canada for sure. Lazy Way, aka Lazy.
Yeah.
We produce stars. Like we like there's so many unsung heroes, Berkeys. There's so many people who came from nothing who ended up being somebody's, if you want to say, like you know, like whether it's financial, bad man, selling drugs, community activists, whatever it is, we have so many unsung heroes, which is why I think the documentary, because even at the museum, if you don't know, there's a little documentary, there's 2 20-minute videos on us, 2-minute
And there's a
movies.
book, no?
No, the book's coming, but
Okay.
it showcases
Period.
it showcases us normal people
Yes.
who
that's
had an
what we
effect
need
on
to
our
hear.
hood. So I think in Burgundy we produce like we have hockey players who made it. Like Tommy Kane played against Mario Lemieux and won MVP over Mario Lemieux. Mario Lemieux is one of the most recognized hockey players in the world ever, and Tommy
Amazing.
Kane won MVP over him at the Montreal Forum.
I know that's
So we got lawyers coming from the hood. I can't remember her black woman's name, but she's from Burgundy. She's I think she made it to a judge.
Oh,
Because we had her for the
Michael Jean.
we had her
the
for
governor
You know what's so
Yeah.
crazy? No, you know what's so crazy? Michaela John. I went to daycare with her daughter.
And
And
Kamala
then-
Harris came out of
Kamala Harris
Yeah.
with the West
Well,
Went
not
to
High.
Burgundy,
but
but-
yes.
But
You know?
Michaela
My
John.
dated-
dad,
no,
my dad was good
Dated a
friends.
Burgundy nigga.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
dad was good friends with Kamala Harris. Okay,
But
You know what I'm
Michaela
saying?
John Harris,
was good friends with
her
Tommy Kane.
her daughter, I was in
Listen.
her. She went to kindergarten, to daycare with me,
You see?
and then when we moved to Ottawa, she was in my class.
That's
Just
Her
saying.
daughter in
She
Ottawa, because that's
was-
when her mom was in
She was that
Parliament.
That's crazy.
So her, I was
That
like,
is
I kept
crazy.
saying, "You look so familiar. You look
That's
so familiar." I said,
crazy.
"You're from Montreal," and she's like, "Yeah, I went to this," and then I ended up realizing
Yeah.
she was in the same daycare
Michael
as me.
Jean.
But then we got you guys who's keeping Burgundy still running after me. You know what I'm saying? You guys are the generation who's still repping the hood.
2105.
You understand? Like it's
No, I need to get
It's
that.
just-
It's 774.
it's in you guys because you guys were taught the community values.
That's
as
my
us,
favorite memory.
just like
Yeah.
us. Like you know what I'm saying? You're gonna always remember 2105.
Yo,
That's where
there's-
you were raised.
You're
Till this
good,
day, there's certain days where I'll go drive to the hood and park right in front of 2105.
I
Just
can't.
look in
I
the
can't
mirror.
do that. I
Look,
can't
listen
do that.
to me.
I can't do that because I was
You're
not
not-
then
I do.
there.
I don't do that.
Let's be real.
I can't. I can't do
Forget
that.
the front, the back.
Oh, that too. That too.
Do you know?
I gotta do that.
Do you remember the
Yeah,
name?
I
I'm
of
not
the back?
there, so I don't.
Do you remember the name?
I can't.
Me and Joma gave the back.
I don't remember.
Little Ochi.
Oh fuck.
You forget? Like, there were so many yard men in that back, right? That there
Yeah.
was Domino's every day.
Every day.
That's what I remember.
Cooking.
Exactly. That's what
Like-
I remember.
like,
I remember the
Pizza
beanie.
Reds coming there.
Yeah.
Like there's so like
I
there's
was-
so
I remember
many-
the Donovan,
Fried
but wait, no.
chicken.
Oh
I
my
remember
gosh,
the
man.
Domino, and I remember
all
the
right
soup. That's all I need to know. The
These-
soup that was too spicy, but I still ate it. Okay.
The dominoes. You understand? There was no
Every day.
gambling, but there was
No,
dominoes.
just love, 6 love.
Every six
And the
love, every
Smacking
day.
up,
Yeah,
smacking up the table
Every
like
day.
they have no sense.
I'm one of the youngest man there with all of the OGs.
I
All
was
of the
never allowed to
older-
sit at the table though, but
Come on now.
I
You
was.
couldn't- you
What?
couldn't play
You
no
It doesn't
six
matter.
love.
Because you
There's
go
times
inside,
when, like,
you
there's
go
times
inside, there's
where
a
it's like-
floozy, there's a popsicle, there's everything in the fridge though.
But there's times where it's like early morning, and I get up and I'm running like, oh my god, yes, like it's Domino's Day, and there's just like a 1-2 people, 1-2 mandem at the table, and they'll let me go and they'll play, But then once all the mandem is like, better.
As soon as one, it only takes one nigga to say something.
Yeah,
it only takes
that's
one
it.
nigga to say,
And
oh,
you're
why
done.
is she here? Why is she at the table?
Your mother.
Again, little Ochi, the back of your grandparents' house was, again, another place where people just came,
Yeah.
congregated after work. But that wasn't all day. Like,
That was
you see,
fine.
again, with your hanging on the block is your last episode. But I like the way, like that's all you guys do. But we got to get it clear after work, we go on the block. But
that
Guys,
what?
more
No,
wine.
let's make that clear. It wasn't towards the
No,
people
for
that
sure.
go after
That makes
work.
sense.
It was the people that spend
hang all day.
the
and all
morning
of
to the
that.
night.
Yes.
You guys
Yes.
go once you guys are done your shift after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You guys are there.
Because
That's different than the
me
niggas who
growing
hang
up-
out and having a
me
bottle of
growing up-
Casamigo at 2 o'clock.
exactly. But me growing up in different areas, I remember seeing old Italian man sitting.
I'm just
Old
saying.
Italian man sitting and playing their little bowling or whatever they call it. I think that's what we're doing. We're at the point now in our lives, over 50 and all of that, where we just like to relax and chill now. So after a hard day's work, we go on the block. Me, I feel it's paying homage to what made me, that I'm going back there chilling, enjoying my hood, showing you that, yeah, this is my hood. I'm still comfortable at 50, chilling in my hood, smoking a spliff, drinking a beer, congregating.
Oh wait,
kicking
you're
the shit.
50?
He's saying
I
like
never
now, like
You're not 50 yet.
You're 50?
Oh my gosh, I'm your
Oh my
40, no, I'm
God.
50.
You
You're
just turned
50?
50. You just
Last year, I'm
you
going to be
turned
50.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, I
it's
gotta
50.
call
It was
Auntie
his 50.
Charmaine and
It was
ask
his
her.
50
50th birthday.
No,
last
it's
year.
his 50th birthday
Charmaine
last
should be
year.
turning 50 like
Yeah,
now.
no, she's she's
76 baby,
She's
I think.
76, yeah.
Yeah.
76,
So, like,
yeah.
again, do you understand what you just said?
I know.
Your Auntie Charmaine, like, we went to...
No, but she's not even my auntie, but I
No.
called her my
We get
aunties
it, we
for
get
so
it, we
long.
get it.
Yeah, she is your
Yeah,
auntie.
but
She's your
yeah.
cousin.
This
She's
is my
older than you,
cousin,
whatever.
but I call her my
It's the
auntie.
respect aspect.
Yeah.
That's
Your
what,
mom
that's
for
what we
sure
as
knows
black
that.
people
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
like,
yeah, mom knows.
when we are first cousins and your cousin's older than you,
Yeah.
we call them aunties.
It's
That's
just
what we
like,
do.
yeah.
Royale calls China.
But that's just what we do.
Yeah.
But again, this is the community aspect of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is what I love, that our generations are still hanging with the same family that we hung
I
with.
miss
Like,
her.
you gotta remember, your
Miss her.
grandmother, my grandmother.
My grandmother
Like-
used to watch. No, your grandmother
Grandmother
used to watch. My grandmother.
Like-
No,
No.
that's crazy.
No.
It was one of the
No,
other.
I can't.
One or the other.
Your
because
grandmother,
my grandmother.
your grandmother probably used to watch
Your
My
grandmother.
grandmother,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because my grandmother was born in 1926.
because
And my
because
grandmother was born in
shout
19.
out
Yeah,
here. Can we?
yeah.
Oh, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
you have a
Auntie.
No,
drink?
she does. She got
Yeah.
some.
Oh,
She don't-
well, shout out Monica. Happy belated birthday, May
Happy
16th.
belated
Happy
birthday.
belated.
In heaven, you're my dad.
Happy
You guys
birthday.
are birthday twins.
Yeah. Forever grateful for the last birthday they spent together.
Listen to me. That was just like, I have that video, like watching them together. I can't even watch the video too much anymore because I just get all fucked up. Like, but them, the friendship that they had was just like,
You can
This-
only pray for that, man.
Yeah.
this is where you see the non-jealousy, knowing that my mother knows that they were best friends. My mother and Monica were best friends. Kasha and Brig were not best friends, but good friends.
friends,
Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Where it was just that they
They
played cards.
understood.
They used to play cards. I remember, now I'm thinking about it, like getting sent to the room because they were playing cards on like her, rest in peace, Marlene, and all of them were all, these guys were a clique. So to see me and your uncle and your sisters growing up still being a clique, to see you and Pebbles still being a clique, you guys don't understand how I
It's a
can
mind
imagine
fuck.
how it
It's
looked
a mind fuck.
to them,
Yeah.
to Monica, like the way Kasha loved you. We already know,
Yeah.
like it was just different. Like Monica loved you like
Heavily boo.
what? Like I was Monica's favorite. Like sometimes she loved me more than Junior, but we leave it there. Like
well,
certain days of the month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's okay. You
like,
know
to
she
this
loves you.
day-
You know she loves you.
to this day, I don't eat cheesecake no more.
The last cheesecake was
Tisha made.
Yeah.
That I don't eat cheesecake. I don't care if it's on dessert. I'm not eating it because my godmother, every birthday,
Would make you a cheesecake.
Yeah.
okay, so
And it would come in the same. It would come in the same container.
Okay, yeah.
So I remember we had it.
Monica, you know, I want my strawberry and kiwi cheesecake, and you know, just
Exactly.
certain
Yeah, I hate
memories.
Cheesecake.
I don't eat. I haven't ate Five Guys yet because me and Anne were supposed to go to Five Guys and go eat together,
Yeah.
and she died, and we didn't go eat. I haven't ate Five Guys yet because
You're not missing anything.
I know, but
Yeah,
it's
but
just
still,
you know,
it's still-
sentimental
it's
value.
sentimental.
I want to go and eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I know she said, "Go eat that, boy," but no,
Yeah,
there's certain
sorry.
things we were supposed to do together that.
There's times I go to just probably like 2 days ago I went to Costco and it was just like I don't even want this hot dog. Well, let me go get this hot dog for my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because we did that every Costco run, she got to go get her hot dog with mustard and relish. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
there's certain things,
there's
you know.
just certain things.
Like I go to Jamaica now. Like I said, fuck. Kasha brought me my first trip ever in my life on a plane. My godfather brought me to Jamaica for 30 days.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I wish I
Crazy?
wish I had a godfather and an uncle to take me on a
Crazy?
trip for 30 days.
Listen, don't ask about my godfather.
The
So just
culture
be happy
shock.
with
I
the
don't-
godfather
yeah,
you
But
it's
have,
okay.
think about that. 30 days coming from Canada to
30 days in Jamaica
Back
is
in
wild.
when was that?
In the trenches? That's crazy.
I was
Where you
21.
went?
So I was
Spanish
21.
Town?
So what? Willow Dean,
Willow
give me
Dean?
a smack. Hey.
You're at
My
But it
thing-
makes
like,
sense
listen,
why you
your
love it so
great
much.
grandmother.
It makes so much
You
sense.
think Casa was a G?
Oh
You
yeah.
think he was a G?
Mm-hmm.
She was called Ma Baka.
Mm-hmm.
Ma Pink.
But it makes sense why your
Baka.
dad loves.
You know why she's called Ma Baka? Because she screamed to the neighbors to talk. Baka, yeah, Bak. Hey, she screamed. Her voice was so loud and that woman never ate no meat, no pork, no nothing. When I went there, 21 years old, we washed our forks.
Mm-hmm.
There, she had her bin next to her bed where she washed her own shit because she never ate no meat, no nothing, only fish. She was a real Rasta.
I was gonna say, was she Rastafarian?
Listen, this woman was the best. That fucking chicken got out the fucking, I don't know. It was running around and she said, Jason, catch it.
Coming from Canada.
You listen, go catch the chicken. Go catch
That
the chicken.
chicken is wild.
I took the broom.
Not the
broom.
broom.
I headed towards her. She's on the bed. And grabbed the chicken, put that back in the box. Listen, God rest her soul. That was, and she came to Canada when we were on Cornell.
Catching chicken
Oh.
is wild.
That was like you guys, not because I'm on the podcast, but the Haynes family, that is so blessed. Like, they're so welcoming, so like heart, like they're so family oriented. Like, when I tell you I went there and I was her grandson,
Mm-hmm.
like I was Kasha's son. Like, everybody knows that. Like the whole Jamaican community knows me because of Roy Haynes Sr. Like, that was my, like, we roll like he brought me like twice, not once. When 21, 30 days, I think we went. That's what she cried for 30 days. She cried for 30 days because I was gone for 30 days. And
Mind
she cried
you, I was a
for
newborn.
30 days.
I was a newborn.
because
So
I was
no,
gone.
let's.
You were no newborn. You were
let's-
about 4 years old. Don't
I was
even
4
go
years.
there.
I wasn't 4 years old at 21. When you were
No,
21.
No, the
He's saying
second
the
time.
The second time, how are you leaving your 3-year-old child at home while you go to Jamaica?
It's okay.
for
You still
30
cried
days?
though.
Cried 30 days.
It's
I was
30
like,
days.
still cried.
You got
I-
365.
I
wanted to
was
come out
4
so
years
bad.
old. I
But
was 4
yes.
years old. How are you leaving your child for 30 days?
Went there
Yeah.
again for 30 days.
What? Come on now.
Yeah, man.
Don't put me.
Kasha, man. That was my second dad.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you that.
You were their second, well, third
Yeah.
son. Well, you know, second because Tyler.
First.
Well,
Whoa.
yeah, you're right.
Whoa.
You're right.
I am born before your uncle, eh?
Because he turns 50 this year.
That's
Oh my God.
First. Whoa.
Yeah, you're right.
Whoa.
You're right.
I am born before your uncle, eh?
Because he turns 50 this year.
That's
Oh my God.
that
And she said, right? We're not dropping nothing. This episode,
Ooh, that's
last
my
episode,
fault.
they
That's my
dropped it.
fault.
Now they just stained my socks. I hope they didn't
That's my
stain my
fault.
suit.
It stained her carpet.
Your suit's already
Oh,
stained.
And she got the suit.
Your
Yes,
suit's
my
already
bad.
stained.
A little,
Oh no.
a little tied to go.
It's okay.
A little
Hold
tied
on.
to go.
Had to
See,
go.
we're talking about my God.
You're good.
Yo, that's confirmation. Oh my God, that is yo. And he's mad. He said you guys
What?
drinking all this stuff. You didn't pour out nothing for him.
Nothing for him.
Kasha
Kasha don't drink wine.
No, but
All
no.
he drinks
You ever
was
No.
white
You ever
rum.
drink wine?
Yes.
Fun fact: when you were in the belly,
Who, me? Or
You.
or Pebbles? Oh,
You.
okay.
Watch back.
Kasha.
Watch
That's
under your
after
foot.
me. Okay.
Kasha was so
The big piece.
mad at Naomi
I
and
know,
all
you
of
kicked
this talk. Get out! You see, when you were born, it was such a turnaround of events.
Trust me, I know.
You were his daughter after that, eh?
Yeah.
Like there was no
I went
saying
everywhere
nothing to
with him.
Lila Poo.
I went everywhere with that man. Okay.
Listen to me. You don't even know.
Who's the bomb?
Your mother didn't even have you as much as him.
Nope.
Shout out Nine. God sis, love you. I should get her on FaceTime. That's what you should do.
But just to even say this, like
Well, you should call her.
Call her FaceTime.
She's
Call
Oh
her
yeah,
FaceTime.
but I just
Call
want to
her.
say like she already, I shouldn't say is, she already wrote a book. And
bro.
it's
Tell me.
such a phenomenal book that I can't wait till she actually like drops it so you guys could
Listen, Nine, your testimony needs to be heard. And I'm so proud of you.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, can you turn on your light real quick? I'm recording this we're still on podcast. We just need to clip you in real quick. Oh, you're
Yeah! Well, you better
Yeah,
get
just
up
turn the
very
light on
quick
real
and turn on
quick.
your light.
Oh my God, it's so early.
He,
Oh, well, too bad.
oh, you're a real ass nigga.
Right? You tell her.
The realist.
Hey.
Maybe just
Hey,
turn your
what,
brightness up.
what is your name say on your Instagram? The Realist?
She's been changing it to Naomi Natal.
Oh, yeah, Naomi Natal.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Jason here was just giving you your flowers, saying how like your story is such like a testimony. I mean, I'm gonna clip her in, but she's just on here now. And we just wanted to like call you in and like, you know,
So Shabba said what now?
he was just giving you your flowers.
Your flowers, because your testimony, because we were talking about our struggles and where we come from, and we are a proud product of our environment. And your testimony is like such an influential aspect of life. I don't know why I'm trying to get all articulate now because we're lit, because we've been drinking. But your story needs to be told, and it needs to be heard, and it needs to be respected and loved, because the way from where we came from and what we did now, like they said, they respect our turnaround. I think that's more gangster than anything than from our stories that us two in particular, we were the ones who said that once we left here, we ain't going back. And I think, like, you know, you deserve your flowers because you've been through it. And I just finished telling her, the Haynes family are blessed. Like, you guys, you receive us with love. Kasha took me as a son, and you know, I gotta give you your flowers, Nana. I love you.
Yeah, I respect that for sure, man, for sure. Because, you know, we came from the jungle, man. You know?
Yo,
I was telling the birds we was raised in is a different type of bird,
we're
baby.
just talking about. See, we're just talking about that.
Yeah, it was a different time, you know, because it was unity. You know, you could walk down the street and everywhere was family. You could be disciplined by anybody, you know, it's just a different time, you know, it's just any block.
I told him that's the difference between a hood and a community. We lived in a community that was in a hood, But this like what you said, like we couldn't go down the block if we didn't know nobody. We didn't know an aunt. We didn't know a friend. We didn't. Like, it was just different. Like.
And yeah, it was love. It was love. It wasn't. It wasn't. You know, everybody looked out for one another. There was no competition. You know, unfortunately, as we got older and certain men started, you know, doing things and making money, they lost control. But you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
That's it. I told her the first thing I said out of my mouth. I am a proud product of my environment.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, people might be looking on the outside and have a lot to say about what they think you may have been through or you may have done or whatever, but do what I did and then we'll sit down and talk.
That's right. That's what walk in my shoes. Yeah.
You know, do what I did. Make the choices that I had to make that I was faced with at the time. I had to make them and face them.
Yeah.
And let's see where you would be if you would be where I was.
That's right.
You know, it is what it is. We all make choices and it ends us where we are. But you know, I'm grateful. That's all I can say is I'm grateful.
Amen. I got that 100%.
I know we're gonna do our own segment with you, but is there anything else you want to chime in on that before we hang up with you?
Just downtown for life, DTV.
Oh, dang. You heard it from the girl. You out here burgers all day.
Love you.
Love you not. But yeah.
Well,
I love how like she came in and basically co-signed everything that we
You know what I'm saying? Like we already
Yeah.
talked about, like, she,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know, that's what I'm telling you. There's something different in our water.
And you know, people that aren't even from where we're from and just know about us say the same damn thing.
Literally. Yeah, y'all different.
Y'all different.
Y'all
Like,
different.
yeah.
Y'all some different niggas.
You can
Yeah, I
tell,
know.
like during the party, them guys are from Burgundy.
Yeah,
man.
that's
You
some
could
Burgundy
tell,
shit
like,
right
that's
there,
some
like,
Burg shit.
yeah.
You heard.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any advice or anything that you'd like to say for your final thoughts?
Or before we ask that, let me just finish off my last question.
Oh,
for you.
sorry.
And then you could answer my
Go
question
ahead.
and then close off with your final thoughts. In future, looking ahead, with what you've done or can do going forward, what legacy do you hope to leave for the generations in the future?
That's crazy. I thought about this a couple of months ago when I was in the museum. And honestly, I just want my kids to say that, yeah, that was my dad and I'm proud of him.
I know that's right.
That's good.
I know that's right.
You know, because all the trials and tribulations that I've been through, I want them to know that I'm a man who loved his family,
Mm-hmm.
loved his hood,
Mm-hmm.
and was there for his friends.
I know that's right.
Straight, like, you know,
That's
I don't want me to be lying in the cast and somebody come and say, yo, he was an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I want somebody to come and say, yo, man, I'm gonna miss him. He was a real nigga.
Mm-hmm. Have them show out for you.
That's it. Not even show out. Just to know
No, we're
that.
gonna show out.
Just
We're
to
gonna
know
show out.
that.
I'm gonna
Just
show
to
out.
know that I was a real nigga and I wasn't
Yeah.
fake. That
Well,
I love my family
absolutely.
and I love my hood.
When I say show out, I'm more saying in the terms of what we experienced from my grandfather.
No,
Yeah.
I'm showing out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna
show out and
everybody,
you're gonna plan
You
it.
guys showed
Yeah,
out for
yeah,
him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, because he deserved it.
But that's my point.
You see,
so
like
your
that
dad's
there,
too.
you gotta remember, your grandfather did something that's never been done in the history of Burgundy, of funerals, of anything.
Give you your
got
flowers.
that
Let's give you
motherfucker.
your flowers. Okay.
Yeah, give me your flowers for sure, 100%.
You deserve your flowers for what you really did for that
Tasha
funeral.
was so much of a pillar in the legacy of this fucking hood that
That
the
guy.
fucking funeral cars drove through Burgundy.
You know what? I'm gonna insert the clip for them.
Like that hasn't happened
Mm-hmm.
ever, no matter who it was.
No,
But Kasha
facts.
deserved that.
They
We
did.
stopped. My horn doesn't work today
What?
because
That's
of the
crazy.
amount of horn we were busting. Do you understand? We drove from the hood
Around.
all the way up to Park
That's what I wanted.
and went to the fucking bury him in class.
Yeah.
Next to his wife.
As he
on top
deserved.
of his wife.
On top of his
As
wife.
he deserved.
As he deserved.
As
China.
he deserved.
Maybe I should put the clip in. Maybe the photo in of their tombstone. Did
No.
you see their tombstone?
As
No.
they
You need
deserved.
to.
But
Tisha and I did that.
Just
Let me show
us
you.
going there, like, and I got the honor of carrying the casket.
Of
like,
course.
yo, man.
This is-
Oh, yeah.
That's so
But do you
nice.
see?
Roy
Hold on,
and
Yeah.
Monica with the crown. The General First Lady Berg's
Wow.
finest.
That's so nice. I didn't even know.
I
they said
can't wait
that.
to go up there and go
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Lena, you became such an adult so early.
Who you telling?
You were an adult. Like, don't
I know,
get me
that's
wrong, but like
No, this is different.
like you I don't want to say replace, but you took the position of
My mother.
what your mom would
She'll
have.
tell you that. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
there's no, like, I know if Nia was there, she would have been there by your side.
Absolutely.
Not saying she would have did
she would've been-
more of what she would have been by your side, because
Well, I am nothing. Like every way that I am is because of my mother.
of
So,
course,
you know what I'm
of
saying?
course,
Like,
of course,
like,
like
there's times where I was even doing those things, and she all she could do is just be in gratitude because that's her seed, right?
listen, you see her first post?
Yeah.
Had me in tears.
Yeah, I know.
Had me in tears, because that's about healing yourself,
Mhm.
recognizing the mistakes or the sacrifices that we made
Mm.
for you guys. Like, I know we haven't had the conversation, but we had the conversation somewhat of me going to jail and me not being there for you. I know it hurt you, and I know it was wrong, but I also know now, compared to what you thought then and compared to what you think now as an adult and seeing the sacrifices that we made, there's a different judgment or a different interpretation or understanding of what I was doing for
Yeah.
the time of how you perceived it back then.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, for your mother too,
Yeah.
like, your mother's a G, eh? Don't
I
get
know.
it twisted.
You ain't
Like,
gotta tell
don't get
me.
it twisted. Do you, like, not to expose nothing because everything's on fire and all of that. Your mother could have squealed
Mhm.
and could have said whatever and
She
got
needed
out
to
and
say to
did
come home. I
and
know
could have
that.
been out,
Long
5
time.
years
Long
ago.
Long time.
6 years ago. She could have been home 6 years ago.
right?
Yeah.
But she knew
She a real ass nigga.
she's a real ass nigga. She's
You
from
finishing
Bergs.
this? No. Okay.
She's from Bergs. She knew the rules of the game. So we
Yeah.
play this game. We know, like,
I am so appreciative for you to even say that. Just for the viewers that may be watching with
The
the,
haters
other
that
idea
may be watching
of her out there. Thank you. For that,
nah,
you know,
man.
because
Like, real recognize real, man.
Yeah.
People don't know. We are products of
Our
our
environment.
environment,
Mhm,
whether it's good or bad. Yes, we seen the good
mhm.
of people doing what, but we also seen what was glorified to us too, with the people in the fast chains, the drug
Yeah.
selling, and all of that. So, is it right that we
No.
naturally gravitated to it and
But
tried it? That's
was
what
what
we
you
seen.
seen.
That's what we were
Yeah.
taught. That's what we know. That's what we seen was brought us. That's what fed that family.
Mhm,
That guy with the gold chain, all that, was feeding his family with all of that money in his pocket.
mhm.
Not the guy who was going to the 9 to 5, coming back and saying, "Fuck, how am I paying my rent?"
And even regardless that my mom did time and our whole life, whatever, I'm still so grateful for her, and I still understand back to what we said. Everything happens for a reason, because
That's right.
even though my life had to go through and I had to grow up real quick.
I
Real
mean,
quick,
me and you
real-
both.
real-
Me and
real
you
quick.
both. I went from going to Disneyland, having Jordans
But
and everything, to
That
going.
was my life, right? I went from
To
going
Ottawa.
To move into another
Yeah,
another
it's
place.
moving to another
Right,
city
right.
and watching my mom struggle to put me on the bus.
Right.
Exactly.
My fault. And I take full responsibility. But at the same time, you heard what she said first?
Mhm.
You heard the first thing she
Yeah.
just said? I went from going to Disney World to when I was in school,
Mhm.
and we were going out and the summer camps going on. We come back September and what did you do for the summer? Well, I went to camp in Molson and we stayed in the
Amy
house.
Molson,
That white person went, well, I went to Florida. I went to Paris.
Yeah.
You know what my kids can say now?
They
What
went
did you
to
do
those
this summer?
places.
Yeah, well, I went to Disney World.
Yeah.
I mean, do I remember Disneyland? Not so much, but I know I went.
But
Twice.
even-
I know.
Not once.
I know
Twice.
I went, and they
Not
put me
once,
on the
but twice.
Jaws. They put me on the Jaws
Yeah.
local thing. I was terrified, and that's the one I remember. That, and I
But
remember Jimmy Neutron. That's the only thing
It
I
comes back
remember.
to
And the
what you
hotel.
said. We want better
Yeah.
for what we had.
Exactly.
So, like, you know, like, I'm not proud of selling drugs anymore. Like, I growing up to know that it was wrong. Whatever. Would I do it again to feed my family? Maybe. I'm not even gonna lie. Maybe I might do it all over again because of where I was brought up in. But would I think twice?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, do you have anything else you want to contribute to that to close out our beautiful
China, are you
episode?
good?
I'm fine.
China's great.
All I want to say is that I am so fucking proud of you three.
Thank you.
I'm proud of my daughter because she's my daughter, and I'm just proud of the
woman she turned out to be.
Of me holding you like this
Mm-hmm.
to the woman you are now.
I know that's right.
So proud of you.
Thank you.
China, I know you your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You've always been such a respectful,
Yep.
like you take Michelle to go shopping. I just love you. You were just
You
you were
do
my
the shit I
daughter.
won't do, so
Before-
yeah, no choice was like that.
Before people even knew, I've been calling you my daughter for I don't know how long now.
Years.
I just love you. I love you to death.
Love you.
Shalita, you already know.
Yeah.
Our relationship is just complete. I am still mad at you though.
For what? Oh, shit.
You really don't know.
Oh
For calling you
shit.
shampoo?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not at all.
That was a tough one.
I'm gonna let you reflect.
What did I do?
So, I did my speech for Monica.
Oh, I know.
I did everything for Monica. I was prepared.
You mean for
Hush.
Yeah, but
Hush.
you're
I said I was prepared for my godmother
Yeah, you are.
and all of that. I talked to Selena.
It was
She put
hard.
everything together.
That
She said,
one
"No, it's
was
okay.
hard.
You know, we have speeches and all of that." So she says, "Now, so if anybody wants to say anything on the mic for Umpa, we're going to open the mic. But first, I'm going to call his godson, Shamba." Shamba was already in tears and everything.
Okay, but what's the problem?
That was a hard
I
one.
was not prepared
Well, why weren't you prepared? You should've
because
been-
I was not supposed to talk.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you
Because
talk?
I wasn't prepared.
If you
I
talk
was-
for Auntie Monica, why wouldn't you
I
talk for
was
Ampa?
in the itinerary to talk for my godmother. She knew this one hit me hard. She was
Yeah. It
But
did.
like,
supposed
why
to not-
wouldn't you expect to
because
talk
she
for
was
Ampa?
not supposed to do it.
Because he did
And
tell
when
me and
she-
hit him hard.
And she put me on the spot.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
now,
I can apologize for that.
thank you.
I can
Anyways, it's pretty much mad
understand.
for no reason.
I can understand how you feel now.
No, I was mad.
Yeah.
I didn't stop loving my. And you know what's funny? Today I was saying, what do I call her? She's actually my god niece.
God niece is crazy.
It hasn't been done before. It hasn't been said
God
before.
niece is crazy.
Well, her mother's my god sister. So
Well, you're also my god brothers. You're also
Oh,
my
shit,
brother's
that's right.
Godfather.
So your god
So you're-
uncle.
You're my god uncle
Father.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
You're like the
No,
step.
not
Are you the
the-
like
my
step uncle
godfather.
father? A step
No,
godfather?
it wouldn't even be because it's by my mom. So, like, even though it's Malachi,
Step uncle?
you'd still
Step
No,
be
uncle?
my
I'm
mom.
officially no. I went to the church. Malachi,
Yeah.
my godson. Shout out my godson Malachi,
He
who I was supposed to cut his hair, who we didn't hook up, but you know.
yeah.
Who
that's
thought
another
I
story.
wasn't his cousin? It's okay.
Who we
You should've.
fucked-
You're godson.
I'm not even gonna go.
Literally, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So yes.
But yeah, on a note, I just want to say, all you Bergs residents, when I rep Bergs, I rep it for us. I represent all of us because we are Bergs. When you look up Bergs in the dictionary, you're going to see all of us because we live for our community and we live for our hood and we always give back to our hood. So support those who are active in their hood, who are activists in their hood, who still love their hood. Shout them out.
Absolutely.
And make sure you check out my daughter's podcast.
I know that's
Yeah,
right.
make sure you
Like, this is the shit
subscribe,
right here.
comment, share.
Like this
Tell
is
a
it.
friend to tell a friend to
To tell
tell
a
a blood clot friend. So we can all
be
be
friends.
friends. Okay, guys.
I love that.
Thank you
Like,
guys for watching. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, shout out to our
My
special guest. Thank
pleasure.
you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Not special guest. I am you
Shout out to our
guys.
dad.
Shout out to, and happy Father's Day.
Yes,
to
happy
all the
Father's Day to
Happy
all the
Father's
fathers
Day.
that are
Happy
there.
Father's Day. And don't forget June 28th, the gala for the honoring our Burgundy people.
At Union United Church, hit me up
Absolutely.
for tickets. You can hit up Charlene for tickets. The link will be inside the bio right here.
In the description.
Period.
And also don't forget that we're having our field day June 29th. So make sure you have bought your ticket and come out support.
We got soccer, baseball, and I'm gonna be playing.
Kickball.
Okay. It's soccer baseball.
It's soccer, baseball. You
Soccer,
gotta
She's
baseball.
like,
That's
that's
It's
I
soccer,
said
baseball.
soccer baseball.